Good evening and welcome to another one of my videos. This video is focusing on the compensation plan for MMOCashOut, and we're just going to look at another aspect of the overall compensation plan, and it's something that I've termed the Kindred Levy. And this Kindred Levy allows you to collect a levy based upon the individuals that you personally invite, refer to the MMOCashOut community, and they become active members within that community. So if we just reflect back on the three different levels for MMOCashOut, you have the peasant, the squire and the royal, and each level has a different range of benefits. Now I'm not going to go through the benefits in any detail here. Obviously you can pause the video if you want to and just read through them, and they're in some comprehensive detail, and if you have any problems or you need some clarification on those, then obviously just get in touch with me and my details will be at the bottom of this video. Now in a previous video I talked about this particular benefit here, which was what I termed as benefit number 9, where you were able to collect taxes based on the number of people that were within your villages or within your guild within MMOCashOut. So for example, if you were a peasant you could collect 25 cents, squire you could collect 35 cents, and if you were a royal you could collect 40 cents, and that would be off every single person within your village or within your guild, and obviously that can mount up pretty quickly. However, we're going to talk about the Kindred Levy, and this is really referred to in section 8 of the benefits. So as you can see here, if you're a peasant you would be able to have a levy of $2 on every single person that you introduced into MMOCashOut. If you were a squire you would be able to levy all the squires that you introduced up to $10, and all peasants you would collect $2. And then if you were a royal you could collect $20 of any other royals that you introduced, you could collect $10 off any squires that you introduced, or you could collect $2 off every peasant that you introduced. And again, this would be done every single month, and these also could mount up quite sizably as well. So it's the levy, the Kindred Levy, the kindred being the people that you directly refer or invite or bring into the MMOCashOut community. And again, just as a reminder, in order to become a peasant, it would cost you $10 per month, a squire would be $50 per month, and a royal would be $100 a month. So just looking this now in a little bit more detail, if you were a peasant and you were paying $10 per month, you would be able to levy all of your kindred, all those people that you personally introduced, up to $2 per month individually. If you were a squire, then like I say, you would be able to levy $10 per month on every single squire and $2 per month on every single peasant that you introduced. And finally, if you were a royal, you'd be able to levy $20 per royal that you introduced, $10 per squire and $2 per peasant that you introduced. So it's quite easy to see that just by referring 5 other peasants, if you were at the peasant level, then you would collect $2 per person per month at $5, and that would quite simply Okay, so in this example we're going to work on the basis that 60% of everybody that is introduced into MMOCashOut is going to be a peasant, and then 30%, or 3 out of 10, are going to want to be a squire, and 10% are going to want to be a royal. Now in this scenario I think it's quite obvious that most people can see the benefits of becoming a royal. Whether they want to do that or not is entirely up to you. But for this example, I'm just going to show you the benefits that would be available to you if you were at the royal level and you brought in, say, 10 people, 100 people, or 1,000 people, and you invited them directly into your village and into your guild. Okay, so as you can see, by bringing 10 people in, 6 of them are going to obviously be able to allow you to levy them $2 per month, which would give you $12. Another 3 would be levied $10 per month, and again that would come directly from MMOCashOut. This isn't from the individual. So, and again $30 per month, and then obviously you would have one person out of those 10 that would be a royal, which would obviously allow you to levy them $20. So in that first month with just 10 people, you can see that you would recovered $62 through your Kindred levy. And again, without labouring the point too much, you can see here with the same basis that if you had 100 people that you had brought in individually, then 60% of them would give you $120, 30% would give you $300, and 10% would be providing you with a Kindred levy of $200, and the total would be $620 every single month. And just remember, this is just one of the income streams that are open to you. And finally, because I know there are some of you out there with huge Facebook and YouTube subscriber lists, and even 1 or 2 with their radio stations, so again this is absolutely attainable, and probably even more. So if you were to bring in 1,000 people and introduce those into the MMOCashOut, you can see that if 60% of them were peasants, that would create $1,200 every single month. If 30% of them were squires, that would create $3,000 every single month. And if just 10% of them were royals, then again that would create another $2,000 per month. The overall Kindred levy that you would be able to expect at the end of the month in that scenario would be $6,200. Okay, so going back to the royal benefits, as you can see, we've just discussed this one here, which is earning up to $20 for every person that you introduce into the MMOCashOut community. However, we haven't talked about this benefit here. We haven't talked about the number 9 benefit. We haven't talked about the number 10 benefit or the number 11 benefit. And these are all additional income streams just within MMOCashOut. So as you can see, although some of these figures may appear to be relatively modest, and that's what I'm hoping that they will appear to be, you can also see that with the addition of the income streams that are also available to you within the benefits, then you could quite easily create a substantial second income, or certainly there is the potential to create a first income through the MMOCashOut community. Okay, so please remember that the 3 different levels do have a cost per month attached to them. We're suggesting that most people come in as a peasant at $10 per month, and then depending on how many people that you were to bring in, you could then gradually upgrade to either a squire or a royal, and then you could gradually upgrade over time, and that could really be within the first few weeks, first few months, or whichever time scale actually suits you. I'm hoping that was very clear and you were able to understand it. If not, then obviously my contact details will be attached to the bottom of this video. Alternatively, it's just get in touch with anybody who introduced or directed you to this video, and I'm sure they'll be able to answer any questions or clarify any points that you're not sure of. I look forward to working with you in the future, and now take care, and hopefully I'll be able to speak to you soon. Bye bye.